What's up guys, it's Lomi here and welcome to a very exciting Liverpool transfer news video where we will talk about Erling Haaland, who reportedly traveled to, actually his agent Mino Raiola, and Erling Haaland's father traveled to Liverpool reportedly on April the 2nd, and they are doing a European tour, basically the agent and Erling Haaland's father shopping Erling Haaland around because Haaland wants to leave Dortmund and he wants to play Champions League football. Of course, he wants to continue his incredible record in the Champions League where he scored 20 goals in just 14 games, and Dortmund is almost certain to miss out on the top 4 in the Bundesliga. They will not qualify for the Champions League probably because they just lost to Frankfurt, and now the gap is like 8 or 10 points between Dortmund and the top 4 places. And the Liverpool are set for a round of talks over Erling Haaland with his agent Mino Raiola. They are reporting this in Spain and also in England, and his father Erling Haaland, who played for Leeds United and Manchester City, and Erling Haaland has this dream of coming to the Premier League just like his father and doing better than his father. He wants to beat his father's record of playing for Norway and also playing in the Premier League. And with this new investment from Redbird Capital, which we will talk about later in this video, Liverpool could afford the £100 million transfer fee for Erling Haaland, and I think Erling Haaland will be the best player in the world alongside Kylian Mbappe for the next 10-15 years in world football. We could see another era of dominance by Mbappe and Haaland in the next 10-15 years, maybe similarly to Ronaldo and Messi. I'm not sure if they can replicate the numbers of Ronaldo or Messi because those were just absolutely crazy, but Haaland certainly has the potential to do so. And of course there are many clubs looking for a striker in the summer: Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, and Aguero leaving Man City. It seems kind of obvious that Haaland would go to Manchester City because his father played for Man City as well, and Haaland was pictured in a Manchester City shirt when he was a young boy growing up. And of course he was born in England and he left for Norway when he was 3 years old along with his father, of course. But Pep Guardiola said that Man City won't be able to afford Erling Haaland in the summer because everybody was hit hard by the pandemic and all clubs are struggling, even Manchester City. But take it with a pinch of salt. I don't certainly believe Pep Guardiola and what he says, because Man City have almost unlimited funds and the financial fair play it looks like that will be scrapped. So let me know what they think. Do you think Erling Haaland could sign for Liverpool? Where will he end up in the summer? Because I think it's almost certain that Haaland will leave Dortmund. I just can't see him playing Europa League football next season with Dortmund. But it seems the signing of Messi is no longer viable given the finances involved for Manchester City, and the belief that Haaland could lead Man City's attack for the next decade and beyond. There is a clause in Haaland's contract which enables Haaland to move for 68 million, for just 68 million, but that clause doesn't activate until next summer. That's the key. This summer there will be a bidding war for Erling Haaland, and I think Dortmund will want to sell him for 100+ million this summer, because next summer they lose him for around 68 million, which is not ideal. So the clock is ticking on Dortmund's attempt to get maximum value for Erling Haaland this summer. Guardiola and Raiola are not on good terms, but Mirror confirmed in February that that sour relationship won't be a stumbling block if Man City want to buy Erling Haaland. And Man City chiefs are also encouraged that Haaland's father, Erling Haaland, a former Man City player, will be heavily involved in the decision that decides his son's future, because basically the Haaland's father and his agent are side by side negotiating with a lot of clubs, and it looks like they are shopping around Haaland, because after talking to Real Madrid and after talking to Barcelona, they talk to Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea and Man United. But Man City are not prepared to shatter their wage structure for one player, even if that's Haaland, because Mino Raiola reportedly is demanding £600,000 per week wages for his client Erling Haaland, and I don't think any club is prepared to pay that, not even the richest clubs in the world. And Mino Raiola is famous for being one of the most greedy agents out there in world football. It's well reported, well documented that he pocketed almost 20 million pounds for the Pogba transfer to Manchester United. And I'm not sure if Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool would want to work with Mino Raiola, because I think there were previous encounters which wasn't the best experience, and also Mino Raiola publicly basically criticized Jurgen Klopp because he was the agent of Mario Balotelli. So there is probably a sour relationship there. But if Liverpool really want Erling Haaland, then I think we will get him. And before Haaland played Liverpool with Salzburg, he said that Liverpool is the best team in the world, very good fans, a great stadium, great atmosphere, everything. So now it's a dream coming true to be playing here at Anfield. Make of that what you will. Erling Haaland is definitely has a soft spot for Liverpool, but I'm not sure if that will be his main driving force behind this decision. I think Erling Haaland will go where he gets the most money, plus a best chance of playing regularly, and also a best chance of contending for trophies and potentially winning trophies as well. And what makes Erling Haaland going to Liverpool even more likely is that Pep Guardiola came out recently and said there is a big chance we are not going to sign a striker this summer. That's what Guardiola told the reporters on Friday before the Leicester City game. We have enough players in the first team right now, and we have interesting players in the academy, so there is a big chance that because of the economic situation in the world right now, we are not going to sign a striker for next season. With these prices, we are not going to buy any striker. Sorry, we're not going to buy. It's impossible. We cannot afford it. It's impossible. So that is not going to happen. All the clubs struggle financially, and we are not an exception. We have Gabriel Jesus, we have Ferran Torres, who played incredibly this season in the striker position. We have young players in the academy, and we play many times with a false nine. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it's going to happen, but maybe we are not going to buy any striker for next season. Today there is more chance that we are not going to buy any striker. So since David Ornstein broke the story that Konate is in talks with Liverpool and the signing is pretty close, there has been a little bit of a calm before the storm. But Michael Mongis, the owner of Anfield Central, said that sources have told him that Michael Edwards is being very savvy and he's trying to sort out a deal with RB Leipzig, which means that he wants Liverpool to pay less than Konate's 40 million euro release clause. Instead, Edwards wants a clause included that sees an 8 million euro payment triggered if Liverpool win silverware next season. So if we pay the affordable and quite fair 40 million euro asking price, we wouldn't need to talk with Leipzig. We wouldn't just need to talk with Konate and sort out a contract. But Liverpool under FSG always try to make the best deal possible, the best deal happen. And it might take some time, but it looks like Konate is the chosen centre-back for Liverpool next season. And I would be very surprised if Konate wasn't a Liverpool player next season. And Jurgen Klopp was asked what he thinks about this Redbird Capital investment into FSG and what it means for Liverpool. He said, it gives us consistency in what we did so far. It's good news because of what we were all talking about last year all the time. Clubs suffer in this pandemic as well financially. That's how it is without supporters in the stadium. This gives a bit more security that it will go on like it did before, which means that Liverpool will be able to sign some big players in the summer, because that's what we did before and that's what we will do in the summer. So I'm really excited for the Liverpool summer transfer window. And what is also exciting is that in an interview, Tom Werner, the chairman of FSG, plans to involve LeBron James in the merchandising of Nike Liverpool products. LeBron James already gave a few interviews in Nike products and Liverpool products, and with the LA Lakers star set to take on a more direct role with Liverpool, the way in which Liverpool bring in income is set to undergo a significant shift. The two of them, through their media company Sprinkle, also have relationships that could prove helpful to FSG, from GM and Nike to Amazon and Disney. These two partners are really bright people who obviously have a deep understanding of sports and media. Maverick is an alumni of Nike. We have ideas that haven't yet hit the market for a way to have LeBron James be involved in products that are made by Nike for Liverpool. I will tell you that the number times that Carter and I have analyzed the knowledge and the strategy of Jurgen Klopp is hours and hours, and long term it's clear that Liverpool's revenue streams are the most obvious area that will improve, an important factor after the pandemic. Given our relationship with Nike, the arrangement with one of the brand's top stars is one that makes perfect sense commercially. If we can involve LeBron James, who have a much different audience than Liverpool FC, it won't necessarily mean that the deal for Kylian Mbappe or another major Nike star is on the cards, but it certainly helps and it makes it easier to sign players like Kylian Mbappe or Erling Haaland because of this greater financial stability going forward for Liverpool. And I think that's fantastic news that Liverpool and LeBron James will have a much closer partnership. And LeBron James, it looks like, will have more input on Liverpool FC management decisions with implications for recruitment. And actually, Tom Werner also said, I will be surprised actually if they don't weigh in on management decisions of either team, Liverpool FC or Boston Red Sox. I would welcome their thoughts. I think that the relationship that the consumer has with the sporting team is an emotional one. We have a very collaborative relationship, so I would actually say that their wisdom and their experience is going to be helpful, hugely helpful to us going forward. Neither LeBron nor Carter will suddenly be providing input on the balance of Jurgen Klopp's midfield or who should be targeted as Wijnaldum's replacement this summer, but they will have a significant role in the direction of the club's commercial strategy, and their contact will at some point benefit recruitment, which impacts on-pitch strategy. So from a financial perspective, the influence of LeBron James, whose name stands in its own right as a global brand to compete with sports teams, could be extremely positive on our finances going forward. Adding into the mix Cardinals' interest in expanding revenue streams via content consumption and broadcasting, and the sheer potential on offer is mouth-watering for Liverpool. While the latest update is framed in terms of long-term impact on how we amass funds as a club, we are excited to see how the combination of our deal with Nike and a bigger role for James will impact the recruitment for Liverpool. It seems to be another step in the right direction for Liverpool, just when we needed it in light of the financial ramifications of the pandemic. And Jamie Redknapp also made a bold claim that Wijnaldum is not irreplaceable in Liverpool's midfield. He said, Wijnaldum has been a brilliant signing for Liverpool. His energy levels are fantastic, but they have a feeling that long term, giving a player that much money until he's 33 or 34, they don't want to do it. I'm sure Jurgen Klopp won't want to lose him, as you can't deny he's a fantastic player, but he's not irreplaceable. You can find players like him, and Liverpool will be in the market trying to find the next Wijnaldum. So it's going to be very interesting who Liverpool can identify as the next Wijnaldum, and certainly Liverpool need to dig deep in the transfer market. I still think that it would be better to sign Wijnaldum on a new contract, because it will be cheaper to pay him a bigger contract for the next 3 years than to just bin him off. He leaves on a free transfer, and if we want to bring in a replacement, it will cost at least £30 million, maybe even more. But Liverpool will certainly know what to do. And I fully trust Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp and the whole recruitment team to make the right decision for Liverpool FC going forward. As you can see, I'm absolutely buzzing after the Arsenal game yesterday. We played such a brilliant game, and now we are within touching distance of the top 4. And bring on Real Madrid on Tuesday. Can't wait for that game. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.